Hello. Today I wanted to point out a few things about Minecraft Bedrock Edition that really bug me, that I really wish would be fixed. But I doubt the Mojang gods will ever see this, but I'm just going to put it out there just in case. First of all, when I open my inventory, it insists on always having the book open, and I hate that because I don't need the book. I've played Minecraft before, and I want just the normal inventory. I also hate how that's over here, and it's not like in Java where it is here. But that's whatever. Another thing that I really hate is that doors are really broken. So you look at this door here, and where do you think it'll open? Do you think it'll open like from here to here? Do you think it'll open from here to here? Well, the hinges are in here, so I would expect it to open like to lean on this wall. Nope, psych, that's not how it works. Additionally, you cannot place the door in any other way than like that. If I put it here, like in Java, it should open that way, right? But no. And if I put it here, it's really buggy. I don't understand. Also, the hitboxes are not right. Like, this chest isn't supposed to be this large, and windows, like, glass panes. No, that's not where I want to put it. I want to put it here, but see how, like, insanely large the hitbox is? It's, like, ridiculous. It reminds me of early days of Minecraft. Another thing that really bugs me is, all that aside, when I open my inventory, it saves the position of my cursor, which is really hard because I want to like quick select something and stuff and quick edit. In Java Edition, it always recenters it to the center of your crosshair, but not in this edition. It's like I hate that. So yeah, fix hitboxes on blocks, fix doors. And preferably make it so that like the UI is a lot more like Java Edition, and so it doesn't always insist on having like, see, okay, I'm gonna close it, right? I close the menu. Now if I use my crafting table, oh psych, it's back, I need to close it there too. And now it's fine, right? It's fine, but I don't want to have to close it every time because when I log back in, kabam, it's back open, and god damn it, it's annoying. Plus it doesn't save the position of my cursor for quick select. I'd like it to, I mean, it does save the position of my cursor, and I don't want it to do that. I want it to just go back to always being the default center of the screen where the cursor is, just like in Java. Last thing, and I'm done rambling for now. Actually, two more things. This guy, it uses our Xbox Live accounts instead of our Mojang accounts. Now, I know some people who have been trading account usernames. Like, I've been trying to get the perfect username, and then all of a sudden it gets acquired, Mojang gets acquired by Microsoft, and poof, now you're forced by Microsoft to use shitty Xbox. And so now I can't be called GamePro5, I need to be called GamePro505 because GamePro5 is taken. So just use our Mojang accounts and don't link the, like, it's annoying. Just no. Yeah, and I mean, achievements should be world specific. I don't want these Xbox rewards. Like, that's just the most Microsoft bullshit I've ever heard. I just want to track my progress in the game. Not in every single game I've played. I don't know if that makes sense. Turning down this volume real quick. This is insane. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's like, please. And also, one last quick thing is that there's no spectator mode, there's no spectral arrows, but I'm sure those will get added eventually. Tons of little things, like the way maps are punching. It's like makes it feel very cheap and very different. And the texel anti-aliasing or whatever does not apply to highlights. So the little outline that of selecting blocks. And when you sprint, the particles are related to particles and like name tags are related um, to your character, not your camera. So they look really weird, and you can see like the side of particles sometimes, which doesn't make sense since they're like 2D particles. You can kind of see it. I mean, this is a minor thing again, but it's just the little things like that that make Java players have a hard time transferring over to this edition of the game. And the forced mouth soothing is also really annoying. Mouse smooth movement. And this thing is not organized at all. It's like, it's not organized good enough, in my opinion. I mean, it could be decent, but it'll take a while to get used to. Yeah, so those are the things, some of the many, many things that I hate about this edition. Also, like, chests are 2D, like, are completely flat and weird looking in your hotbar, but in your hand they're just fine. I really don't know. Yeah, so, but instead of rambling all this time, I think you guys did a really good job on a few things. Yeah, so, I mean, and personally, since I love the 1.9 combat mechanics, I'm kind of sad that they're not here, or not a toggleable option. But I'd like to point out some of the things I really like about this. I love how there are achievements, and they have fun names and, like, fun things, but I hate how they're synced to your Xbox account, and they're, like, not, like, in the game, right? Like, not world-related. Another thing that I really like about this edition of the game is the Wither boss fight is much more entertaining. Little things like treasure maps are blue, so it's cool to like visually identify. Oh, okay, well, now I'm holding a treasure map. What's the other thing that I really enjoyed? I love how it runs so smoothly, and its render distance is absolutely insane. You don't see that in Java, and still have all the mobs run super smoothly. And I like little things how sorry, I'm getting off track. I mean, yeah, I like the Wither. I like the I don't really like how this is cod, but it's called cooked fish, and you can't eat the raw form, but you can eat the raw salmon form. I love the leather horse armor idea. I love the brewing mechanics with the cauldron. That's always been a really great thing. Really glad that's a thing. I love. Let's see. I love how there's a potion of decay, because why not? There's something else I need to remember. Another quick thing I don't really like is when you break a block and it has like something that falls. Like I really like the fact that Top Snow falls, and I like how Top Snow acts. Don't know about the name Top Snow, but whatever. If you punch a falling object, it makes the hit sound effect, like if it's actually an entity, which I know it is, but it makes it seem really weird. Like, see? And then so if you're mining, which by the way, look how slow I'm mining. Wait. When you shift, mining is much weirder and randomized. I don't like that at all. I don't like how entities, like items, are like two-dimensional. That makes it look very cheap and should be a toggleable function. I love the variants, like how there are dead fans, dead coral fans, and stuff. I think that's pretty cool in general. And I don't know why there aren't dead normal coral plants like those, but whatever. I'm trying to think because I know that there was one last thing, but I cannot get my mind to it right now. That I really enjoyed about this edition of the game. Villagers. Villagers will hold items. Like... Oh, also I hate how, like, primary click gives you a stack of them. It's like, just make it more like Java, please. Or have a toggleable function that makes it more like Java. So, when two villages want to talk to each other, which they probably will eventually, or want to trade with each other, they'll hold like a carrot in their hand, and when you're actually wanting to trade with them, well, you can't really see it right now, maybe it's only in survival mode. Yeah, they have an emerald to show that they're trading. I don't know, I mean, that's fine with me. I don't like the trading interface here. It looks really, like, broken and ugly. Like, these buttons look very cheesy, and that looks really weird. And I really want them to talk so that I can actually demonstrate that on camera, but it seems no. Yeah, their AI also doesn't seem to be the best, but that's also in Java. So I don't like obviously how you can right click and then that instantly crafts it, because I can't tell you the number of times I've accidentally crafted something being a Java player. I mean, another thing I really hate is this, and I think you guys can really see why I don't like it. So let's say I use the locate command, right? It's like, not only do I have all this useless shit right here, but if I use locate, mansion. Cool. Okay, here. Now I'm going to write that again. Oh no, now it's gone. Now I can't see it. Now I can't write it to teleport to it. But I also can't click on it because this... See, when I go like... It's right here. So when I go... I guess there are ways to get across this, but it's just very inconvenient how large that chat box is. Also, mobs look way too red when you hit them. Like, in Java Edition, the armor that they're wearing doesn't appear red, though. So, just a bunch of little things. Like, basically, make this game 100% like Java, except it's not written in Java. And then, not only will I be happy, but, yeah, I mean, the game would be much better off. Or have a function that's literally a toggleable function saying Java aspects, and when you turn it on, everything changes. Talked about the door issue, talked about everything like that. Particle relevance is weird. It uses Xbox accounts, so we can't have our nice Mojang usernames that we've had for so long. Pisses me off. I guess I'm fine with the sound of, like, when a miss happens, like that. But overall, this version of the game is really unfinished, and I've never seen a company be so devoted to a new, improved version of the game, and there's so many little things to complain about that just makes you feel, this just seems off. Like, the little things about this just seem so wrong. Like, the movement of the item in your hand is over-exaggerated. Like, look how drastically it moves when I just move my thing like that. Like, it's like over the top, the movement of this thing. And Java Edition's much more forgiving. Additionally, you can hit dead corpses and still crit them. Just like another thing. Like you can hit entities. Like if I put I know how to demonstrate this. Sand. No. Fence. Here's how I'm going to show you what I mean. Oh well, in this edition, that's not a thing. Yeah, that's broken. I'm just gonna play Java for as long as, because this edition of the game, although it runs super smoothly, the downsides really outweigh the benefits. Being able to play with other people sounds great on paper, but quite frankly, who's gonna have the advantage? Especially on competitive places like Bed Wars on Mineplex and stuff. Like, who's gonna have the advantage? A guy who's limited to like physically, when you're moving your screen, you cannot attack at the same time because your finger's already down trying to move the screen, since you need like drag to move the screen on touch. In this edition, like, PC is much more like an even playing field, because everybody has the same like computer, basically, like the same controls. So don't think it's great to play with other it's the same question, like, who would win, a PC user versus a VR user? The VR user would just be too confused. It's like, it's I don't know, it's a thing. So, I think that actually concludes it. I've complained. There are plenty more of little things that make you instantly see that it's not Java, and that bug me. But I'm going to, leads. Leads are the only thing that in this edition I absolutely love how they've done. Because in Java edition, mob fall damage and fall damage in general is not associated to how far they've fallen, it's to how long they've been in the air. So things like dragging an animal on a lead like this would kill them instantly on impact, even if you drop them down as slow as possible. But in this edition, he's just fine. Also, look how smooth, like, it actually makes you think that it's a string. This, like, it looks like you're tossing a lasso at it. It looks very realistic, and like the movement of this string, like how it's a little bent over this block right now, it's so much nicer. The leads, they look a lot like, you can see that there's slack now in the string. Move it, that there's slack in the string, and now there's not. Now he's gonna follow me. Overall, just very good job on this. Something Java really needs to do better. But that's basically it. Like, that's the only good part about it. Like, if you drag him all the way down here and then drop him down, yeah, he's gonna take fall damage. But that's expected. It's just leads are much less buggy and much nicer. Yeah, I've covered everything I had to. Compliments, things I love, things I hate. The things I hate outweigh this edition like 5-1 over the things I love. Like, there's no way I'm gonna start playing this edition just because the Wither boss fight is much better, and there are more items, and there are more fun features, and the leads are programmed better. It's like, Microsoft has always been known for like paying attention to the little details, and this is obviously a rushed out. I mean, not Microsoft. Mojang has always been known for that, and this looks like Microsoft just said, like, just do this quickly and then we'll pay you, just because they want to make the profits while not actually caring about what the community thinks and the little things that matter. Like, I spend a lot of, like, I love how there's a little breathing animation here. That's really nice, right? Like a breathing when you're holding an item. Like, that's not in Java. Yeah. Please, change this. Make it more like Java. Shadows. are not pixely. They're like a polygon, which doesn't really match the Minecraft-ness of it because it's like actually a circle. It looks like more of a circle. Then like when you look at the Java one, it's like pixelated. So I'm going to end now. I've ranted enough. I'm not gonna play Minecraft until all of this is like figured it out and like until there's an official edition of the game that I can reliably play on. Goodbye.